Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the coin rolls that I have and some of my personal collection rolls. And the reason why I want to do this is get a chance to show everybody a few of the really cool, fun rolls, older rolls that you wouldn't normally see otherwise. And then get a chance to also talk a little bit about some of the things that you'd find within each roll, some of the fun characteristics of some of the dates and harder mint marks and stuff like that. So this is my personal collection. This is the first box that I have that basically goes from about 1930 all the way 1949, and from 1934 on up to basically today, all the way up to 2019. I have one roll of every date and every mint mark in uncirculated condition. So 34P, 34D, so on and so forth, all the way on up. The only ones I don't collect are any of the proof-only mints or proof sets from that standpoint. So I'm going to start with one of my rolls here. That's one of my earlier ones. I have a couple of earlier ones than this, but I'll show those off a little later. This is my 1930P roll, and I'm going to zoom in here so that people can get a chance to see this a little bit better. I'll do the best I can to be able to show off some of these coins. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it, and I'll keep this all in the frame. So you'll notice that I have a blue painter's tape that I use on my rolls, and the reason for that is the adhesive that's on the back of the blue painter's tape is not nearly as strong as, say, like a filament tape or a packing tape or something like that. It may sound kind of crazy, but that adhesive has chemicals in it. Those chemicals basically have an odor to them, and that odor can basically leach into the roll that you have it wrapped around, and get to the coins themselves and cause the coins to discolor. So that's the reason why I use blue painter's tape. This roll is an original roll that I bought about 2 years ago. And the first coin doesn't look all so great. It actually looks kind of dull, and that's the reason why I wanted to show it to you, is because it is actually from an original bank wrapped roll. I took it out of the roll, I took it out of the wrapping, and I wanted to do that so that I could see all of the coins. I was the one that took it out of the wrapping, so I know that it was originally a bank wrapped roll. This first coin is discolored because it was on the end of the roll. The coin on the opposite end is also discolored as well, and not as bright and shiny as the rest of the roll, because it was also part of the roll itself, or the other end of the roll. So when I take this first coin out, you'll get a chance to see what I'm talking about in terms of how the difference winds up being in terms of what they look like, shiny versus not. And this roll is an absolutely stunning roll. So a roll end coin, as most people are aware, is dull on one side and nice and bright and shiny on the other, because it was protected and didn't wind up getting the same oxidation as the rest of the roll. Absolutely gorgeous coins in this roll, and you can tell I'm also being extremely cautious with them because I don't want to cause problems. But absolutely beautiful coins in this roll. Just simply some of the most astounding coins you'll see for a roll of coins as you go through the early years and stuff like that. And this is just phenomenal roll of coins. I was lucky enough to get a hold of not only a 1930 Philadelphia mint, but I also got a hold of a 1930 Denver and a 1930 San Francisco mint roll as well. They all came from the same location. They were all bank wrapped. I have this one in a square tube only for a variety of reasons, but again, if you open it up, this one's a little different. I don't have the roll-end coin on the top of it, but I want to at least show you, some of these coins and how absolutely gorgeous these coins are. These are 1930Ds. and which this is an incredibly rare roll of coins. I'm not aware of too many people that actually know of or have seen or even held a full roll of 1930 Denver Mint coins in anybody's world. So I'm lucky enough to be able to have one of those rolls, and some of those coins in there are worth some pretty big bucks. Same thing with the 1930 San Francisco roll. There's a couple coins missing from this roll only because I did send a couple coins in to PCGS from this roll to grade. They did come back. They're up in my cabinet up above and stuff like that, and they turned out pretty decent. Again, also just absolutely beautiful coins, you know, absolutely gorgeous color to them, all original, very well struck rolls of coins from an era that otherwise wasn't well known for striking fantastic coins. I mean, this was the year right after the Great Depression started, basically, and the stock market crashed. So I wanted to at least show off those three rolls to you to start with, the 30p, D, and S. But one of the other rolls of coins that I want to show you while I'm putting these away is 1934 P roll. And the reason why I want to show you this roll, this has a sister roll to it. Well, the sister roll no longer exists, actually, but its sister roll, there were two of these rolls that I purchased. One of the rolls that I purchased, I sold to a gentleman out in the state of Washington, very high-end coin dealer, very high-end coin collector. He paid me $9,000 for this roll of coins that I sold him, and this is its twin. I kept actually the better of the two rolls, so this roll would probably be worth more than that. But one of the reasons why it's worth as much money as it was, or why that roll was, it held 9 MS-68 coins in it. And so therefore it created an incredible amount of money for him. I'm not a big coin grading person, so I decided I didn't want to go through all the hassle of grading coins. He's a little smarter at that, but as you can tell, the reason why this roll is worth what it is very evident once you actually see these coins up close and in person. They are absolutely outrageously pristine and unbelievably struck. They are without a doubt some of the most gorgeous coins there is that I have ever seen for this date. And some of the coins in the entire roll is like this as you go through it. It is just absolutely amazing to see these coins. So this is a roll that, like I said, is a sister roll to a very, very high-end roll of coins that was out there. I believe that roll is no longer in existence because I believe he has graded a vast majority of the coins in that roll. I believe no coin in this roll of coins grades less than MS-67. That's how nice that roll of coins is. 34D is also a very tough roll of coins to get. I am fortunate enough to have one that is a high-end roll of coins as well. Again, this was an original roll. You can tell because the first coin in the roll actually is dark on one side and bright on the other. So it is an original roll of coins from that respect. And as you can also tell, this roll of coins is absolutely outstanding from that standpoint. All the coins in the roll are exactly that same way. They're just simply outstanding, beautiful red rolls of coins. So those are a couple of the nicer rolls of coins that are in the 30s. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit to what everybody loves to hear about is the 1943 rolls of coins. And there are three. I have the P, D, and the S, obviously, all three. But the interesting part about them is very rarely will you find 1943 P rolls, or even D rolls for that matter, that have any type of shine to them. Now, with the San Francisco Mint, on the other hand, there are a lot of those out there that have a very, very high shine to them, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. They were well known for actually having a very, very bright brilliance to them, like what you're seeing here. And by that, I mean literally they were extremely bright and shiny coins, had a very nice mirror to them almost. These are not reprocessed. I definitely know the difference between a reprocessed cent and a non-reprocessed cent. I will actually go through some of that in another video at some point. The 43Ds were usually slightly a little more dull, not quite as bright and brilliant from that respect, but yet they still had a nice, what we call cartwheel to them. That's the little curl that goes around as you get them in the light, just like what I'm doing right there. That's what's called the coin's cartwheel. And that's a dead giveaway to a coin that has actually been cleaned or dipped. That cartwheel disappears once you clean or dip a coin. And 43Ps actually are the coins that are the most dull of the three of the years. So if you find a roll of 43Ps that happens to be nice and bright and shiny like the 43Ss, like this one coin is here, that's quite rare. So interesting part about that is it takes quite a bit of effort to find a roll of coins from 1943 Philadelphia that actually has a mirror finish to it. And needless to say, this roll has that. You can tell that's the reason why it's currently in my personal collection. And won't go for anywhere for quite a while. So those are some of the fun start rolls of coins that I have to show off here. I'll go through a couple of the other dates and a couple of the other mint marks, and also talk a little bit about some of the tougher, what I call sleeper dates for rolls of coins when I get to the next installment of this series, and hopefully you'll come back and see me for that. Thanks. Have a good day.